Hi, boys and girls. Mrs. Sundell again. I am here to look at chapter 16 again. So, still talking about sorting. But this time we're going to move on to the second lesson, which talks about sorting by more than one attribute. So, sorting by the objects that you're using having more than one thing that is the same. And so they might have two attributes. And so we're going to take a look at some examples. You can see on the screen that I have our big book page pulled up. And parents, these are some of the pages that you're seeing when I use these pages. This is some of the stuff that we would do on the Smartboard in class for some of our math activities. So I'm pulling it up, and we're just going to kind of talk through this and talk about what we're looking at. And then at the end of this chapter, there are two workbook pages. So a few less than the last set of workbook pages. So there are two. So at the end of this, I'm going to go ahead and go through those workbook pages. So we're just going to do it all in one video for this particular lesson. Again, we are still on chapter 16. We are still talking about sorting. So referring back to this, if you have this for chapter 16, please go ahead and practice sorting any way you can at home, whether it's laundry, whether it's using Lego blocks. I know my own kids have tons of Legos, so practicing sorting any way you can is a great practice as well beyond doing this. So we're going to go ahead and start with this lesson. So go ahead and take a look at this page here, boys and girls. And on this page, you will see in front of you, there is a bunch of different blocks on here. So, and they're all different colors and shapes and sizes. And if you look at them, some of them even have different patterns on them. So we've seen some of these patterns before, like in the last activity, but we have some that are just plain colors. We have some that have polka dots. We have some that have stripes on them. And then again, some of them are just the plain colors. So let's see, boys and girls, I'm going to ask you to point to a block. So as I'm going through these next couple minutes, I want you to go ahead and point, and I'll pause real quick to give you a chance to find what I'm asking you to find. Okay. So first, boys and girls, I want you to point to a block that is yellow. Point to a block that's yellow for me. Good. There are lots of blocks that you could have pointed to that are yellow. So we have the square, we have the circle, the rectangle, and then there's another square over here. Okay, so this time I want you to point to a block that is round. Point to a block that is round. What block is round? Great. There are lots of options as you're pointing to a block that is round. And again, right now we're just following the simple direction of looking for a shape. Next, I want you to point to a block that is, okay, here we go. Now I'm going to give you two things to look for. So not just one like I have then. Now I'm going to give you two things to look for. Are you ready? So I want you to point to a block that is yellow and round. So go ahead and point to the block that is yellow and round for me. Great. This block right here is yellow and round. What if, boys and girls, what if I pointed to this block right here? Is this block yellow and round? No, it's not. It is yellow, but it's not round. What shape is it? A square. Great. So this block would not have fit the yellow and round. Point to a block that is small and green. Great. You had a choice here you could have pointed to. We have a small and green circle. What if I pointed to this rectangle? Is it green? Yep. So that works. But is it small? No, this block is not small. So that would not have fit those two things that I was looking for. And now I want you to point to a block that is a big block with polka dots. Where do you see a big block with polka dots? Point to one for me. Great. You could have pointed to this one, the blue rectangle with the green polka dots, and you could have pointed to this one, the square with the polka dots. Could you have pointed to this shape here? No. Why not? Why does this not work? Right, because it does have polka dots, but it's not a big shape. So when you're looking at shapes and trying to find things, you have to make sure they have both things. Remember, again, it's a little trickier because we're looking at two things and not just one anymore. So if we're looking at these blocks right here, let's say I were going to look at this block here, this red triangle here. And then let's say I was going to look at this red rectangle here. So both of these shapes here. What do they have that's the same? They're both red, right? Are they both the same shape? No, they're not. Are they both the same size? No, they're not. So these two shapes only have the one thing in common. What about these two polka dot shapes? We'll make this easy because they're right by each other. So we have this one and this one. Do they both have the same pattern? Yes, they both have polka dots. Are they both big shapes? Yep, they are, a square and a rectangle. Are they both the same shape? No, you're correct. They are not both the same shape. So they did have two things that were in common, but they do have different shapes. So when you are looking at all of the different blocks that you see in front of you, you can make lots of different combinations of blocks. You could sit here and look at all the circles and talk about how this red circle here, how this red circle is the same as this circle, or how it is different from this circle. So this yellow circle, you could look at and say this yellow circle is the same shape as this blue circle, but it is different because they are different colors and they're different sizes. So they only had one thing that was the same. You could do it with lots of different examples. You could go through this whole entire page using all of these blocks, and you could come up with all the different examples of how the shapes are the same or different. And you could come up with lots of different combinations of activities. So I am going to move on to the workbook pages to give us some extra practice. But if you want to stay on this page, just pause it, pause the video, and then you can go ahead and talk about other possible combinations of the blocks that you can find, whether it's pattern, shape, size, color. You can go ahead and pause it and do some extra practice if you want. If not, we're going to go ahead and move on and do our workbook pages that come with this, which are two of them, and they're pretty simple. We have 2 pages, so we're going to find those pages on page 17 and 18 of your workbook. So go ahead and take out your math workbooks like we would in class and flip to page 17 and page 18. All you're going to need, it looks like, is a pencil. So we're going to go ahead and take that out. I'm going to go ahead and make the switch over to the workbook page. And just like last time, sometimes it takes a quick second. So I'm going to go ahead and flip over for a minute. Okay, there we are. All right, here we go. So this is the workbook page. This is page 17. We're going to do 17 and we're going to do 18. So for this page, this one is going to be a matching one, and it's going to have a lot of lines going in several directions. Parents, if you are working with your child, I might suggest that if you're sitting with them, taking your fingers sometimes can be helpful if they're struggling. Not everybody will need this, but sometimes I know it does help if you take your fingers and you put your finger on the dot where they're starting and then a finger on the dot where they're going. I know sometimes that just can be helpful. But again, please do not feel like you have to, but I know that can be helpful. So on this page, we're going to sort things by 2. You're going to sort things by what we're going to describe what they are. So for this first one, we have this big blue circle here. So that is exactly what we're going to draw the lines to. So I'm going to use my little cursor again, and I'm going to kind of just follow along here with the line. So it is the shape big or small? Big. Good. So you're going to draw a line from here to here. Okay. Is it yellow or blue? Blue. So you're going to draw a line from here to here. Okay. Next, what shape is it? Circle or triangle? Yes, this is a circle. So draw a line from here to here. All right. The next shape right here we have, is it big or small? Good. It's a small one. You're going to draw a line from here to here. Is it yellow or blue? Good. Yellow. So you're going to draw a line from here to here. That was a pretty easy line. And then we need to decide what shape it is. Is it a circle or a triangle? It's a circle. So you're going to draw a line from here to here. All right, the next shape. You're doing a great job. Let's keep going. This shape right here, okay, we're going to start at the top. Is it big or small? Good, it's small, so draw a line from here to here. Is it yellow or blue? Good, it is blue. So here to here. Again, that was an easy one. And then is it a circle or a triangle? A triangle. So here down to here. And last but not least, we have this shape. Is it big or small? Big. So you're going to go from here all the way up to the top. That's a big line. Next, is it yellow or blue? So you're going to draw a line. It is yellow from here to here. And last, is it a circle or a triangle? And you're going to draw a line from here to here. Good job, boys and girls. I know these kind of pages can get tricky when they have lots of lines going in different directions. We have done these in class before, parents, and I know it gets a little confusing. Don't stress too much about the lines as long as they do get the idea that they have different things. They have different attributes for each block. So going to the next page, this is our last page in this set for this lesson. So this will be the last workbook page. So all you're going to need is to take out your pencil again, and we're going to do page 18. And so what we have to do on this one is make an X on the wrong common attribute. So we're going to look at both of these shapes together and decide what is the one thing that is not the same about both of them, boys and girls. So we have these two shapes here, and we're going to look and see what is the one word that doesn't describe both of them. So let's go ahead and start with the first word right here, this word. Okay, this word says small. Are both of these shapes small? Nope. Let's go through before we cross it off, though, and make sure that that's our right answer. So this next word says triangle. Are they both triangles? Yep, so that's right. Are they both red? Yes. So in fact, the one you want to cross off is this one here. They are not small. So go ahead and make an X over that word small. Okay, excuse me. Number 2, we have our 3 shapes here. Let's go ahead and look at them. So this one, and this one. Are they all squares? Mm-mm. Are they all small? Mm-hmm. Are they all green? Yep. So they're all green, they're all small, but they are not all squares. So you're going to put an X through the word square. The last one on this page says, are all of these shapes big? Yep. Are they all purple? Well, is that the color purple? Nope. This one? Kind of a pinkish purple. What about this one? No. So that is not true. Let's check the last one, though, just to be sure. Circle. Well, they are all circles, so it turns out that they are not all purple. So you're going to put an X through this word that says purple. Great job, boys and girls. Okay, you have made it through chapter 16 for this week, which is talking again about sorting. So if you have completed the 2 activities and you've done all your workbook pages, then you have finished chapter 16 for this week for math. Great job. You're working so hard. Parents, if you want to provide extra practice, again, just refer to that blue page, that we sent home, where you can practice sorting with different objects in your house. I am sure there are many. I know that things are going to go so well with this. We are really excited to be doing remote learning this way. And you guys are doing such a great job. So keep looking for new videos, keep working hard, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.